A very good morning to you. Eric Idriam, you are the Managing Director for Walter Idriam Construction, as well as the Group CEO for the World Group. Please have a very good morning. And also to you, Patrick Thompson, you also a very good morning to you. We're having this one saying that, Mama V, you look so beautiful today than Roland from Prince Tamaklo. Mr. Tamaklo, this is a warning to you. If you ever send this very message praising Oli here, you'll be in trouble.
Really?
I'm going to block you. Be careful. Oh, that's just on the side, please. Dr. Donko should start preparing his handing over notes. Okay, thank you. Appointee Daniel Bukari from Garutem Pani. Appointee Daniel Bukari, please. Don't worry. The next time you are given an appointment, give the appointment to very distant people. What do we?
Yeah, I want to say that today, 17th of November, is actually World Prematurity Day. World Prematurity Day.
That's what that we're
focusing on newborn babies.
Oh,
so I mean that's the conversation. If I say prematurity, I'm not talking about you and adults.
You can see me for my age. I still look skinny, so I may be premature. You never know.
Yeah. Sometimes when mothers have premature babies, they worry so much, and I think that is good that there's a day dedicated for that. So we'll get into the details. What does it mean if you have a premature baby, for instance? Would the child grow, as normal? Would the child be normal at some point? And not to say that premature babies are abnormal, though.
And other fears, especially with will-to-be expectant mothers or couples who perhaps may be afraid that their premature babies would not grow up normally. Is that the case?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see how that goes. Let's look at what the stories are on the front page of the Daily Graphic, because it has chance. It is a conference of heads of assisted secondary schools and GES, and the company tussle over ID cards here again, acquired by senior high schools, and 100 card printers acquired at a cost of some over 1 million Ghana cedis by some senior high schools in the country have become white elephants. Afoko heads for court. The embattled national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Paul Afoko, has made known his intention to head for the law courts by Friday to primarily defend and uphold the party's constitution. And the Bank of Ghana increased policy rate to 26%. And we had the Bank of Ghana in our news this morning saying just in as part of a policy guideline to make sure that inflation is kept, and the borrowing rate is also. I don't know what he means by that, though. Mama V, we have front page of the Daily Guide.
Yeah, the Daily Guide newspaper today. You'd find Mahama fights NPP. And this is another angle to the same story that we brought to you in our news a bit earlier.
You say he fought them?
He says President John Mahama has said that he has calmed down about growing complaints by Ghanaians that his government has been largely incompetent, because such criticisms should only be taken seriously if and when they come from presidential position he occupies. I guess this is more of the meaning, perhaps, of what he said, as
Are you talking about the interpretation that people are giving?
Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. Interpretation.
Than perhaps the intention.
This intro I find as an interpretation per the Daily Guide of what President Mahama said. So, if you're interested in reading the rest, you can grab the paper. VRA choked over $1.3 billion Dumso debts. You remember that one of the reporters, still with Dr. Kwame Adonko, was trying to ask about these debts, and he says he wasn't there to talk about it. He was there to talk about renewable energy. But apparently, the thermal plants in Tema, being run by the Volta River Authority, have been shut down, thereby compounding the power crisis in the country. If you want to know the facts, maybe you can say I'm biased about this, but you can talk to Tarzan, and he'll tell you what's happening in VRA, even though he's a former CEO. He knows what the situation currently is.
His links there. Flaxavan Security Minister in brawl, and apparently the life of the bodyguard of the Volta Regional Minister Helen Ntoso may be in danger, apparently, whenever he visits the Flaxavans in Accra, as some persons who claim to be security detailed or part of the security detail at the presidency have reportedly threatened to deal with him.
Okay, wait. So they want to deal with the minister's bodyguard.
I believe so.
So why did they say when she goes to the Flagstaff house, her life may be in danger?
That's the Daily Guide.
Oh wow!
Front page of the Finder newspaper. Power badge docks November 25. Oh, I thought it was December 17. Okay, barring any unforeseen circumstances, especially bad marine and weather conditions. Oh, okay, now papers are attributing the bad marine. So when we're having high winds, etc. I think that modern ships, etc. and barges really don't face some of these difficulties today. The 225 megawatt power barge from Turkey will arrive in Ghana and will dock at Tema next Wednesday, November 25, 2015. That day is going to be some wahala. Full ceremony, I believe.
This is what the Finder. Okay.
Bank of Ghana suffocates businesses further as the Bank of Ghana has increased the base rate by a record 500 basis points this year alone. It means that
that's
inflation,
100%.
the cost of credit, and hours could dampen business. Law professor challenges Attorney General to save 1,000 law students. Okay. I said I want to go study law, so I don't know. I'll be part of. I think I'll be what?
Come with me.
1001. A United States-based Ghanaian law professor Stephen Kweku-Asare has challenged the Attorney General to act swiftly to save the lives of 1,000 law students whose professional development has been unlawfully curtailed because there's a lot more intake into the professional law courses. So it means that you just go, you get an LLB, but you can get a professional certificate to go practice because the intake is limited.
It's always been like that. We are expanding, the first degree bit of it, but we have to expand the Makola bit of it as well.
Yes, I think so.
I hear that there's another campus on now you can do it on Legon. You can finish everything on Legon.
Legon,
so you can do Gimpa. You can do Makola at Gimpa as well.
Yes.
We need a lot more of that. Is that the call?
Yes, actually they need to open up the intakes. So it means you can have same campuses, but perhaps they should expand the number.
How about the infrastructure on the campuses? We don't want any computerized situation, because you're giving us more numbers, but can the infrastructure that exists now take that many numbers?
That they're trying to limit the intake as a profession, trying to limit the intake somewhat.
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy theory.
It's good and bad. I kind of understand.
That you don't
because you don't want to have so many of them in the system at a go.
Well, it doesn't. It's not everybody who gets a law certificate and decides to practice. Yeah.
But I think
some people just want to take it for shaggy reasons.
I think when it's hard to get into it, there's this whole prestigious, like some prestige associated with it.
Yeah, you can imagine your lawyer, Mama View Sobwaji, your swag alone.
Yeah, man.
Is going to
I have a message here for you, but let's finish.
The BNFT has $1.6 billion loss to tax exemptions, and MPC raised rates to fight inflation, city fall, and one airport ready in 2016, according to Tekpe. Is it airstrip or airport? We have to send our people.
Wow.
Okay. I think that's good though, if we're having a number of airstrips, because I remember some years ago I had to travel to Paga, and the airstrip on which we landed with just a small airplane for about 15 or 12 people was frightening, because I think when we got around the area around the Volta Lake, and we experienced a lot of turbulence, and the aircraft was so small, and I was sitting beside the window, and I saw the wings. I said, maybe but it didn't happen there. So, but it's frightening. So when we have a lot more airstrips, and the one we're landing to, it was so rough. You kept wondering, when are we going to get to the point where we have perhaps well-coated runways? And I think that we're getting
We'll get there. Let's go back to myjoyonline.com proper. Let's check out the headlines here. Nayeli won't benefit from Ghana-UK prisoner swap deal. Yesterday, I listened to the British High Commissioner John Benjamin on Newsnight on Joy FM, do a breakdown. But if you're interested in knowing what this whole swap deal is about, you can read the details here. What's next? Akufo-Addo marks 3rd anniversary of Alhaji Aliyu Muhammad's death. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Yesterday, I listened to his son, who gave birth, I think, 2 weeks ago, who's named him after his father.
Oh,
So his name is Aliu Muhammad Jr. Exactly.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay, 2018 World Cup qualifiers. Swaziland get goats as reward for 0-0 Nigeria draw. But Ghana is in action. Baba Tando has more details. They say we have to definitely
if we don't win
this game.
We're in trouble.
Yeah. Okay, so Anas Best All on Super Morning Show today.
It's rather today.
It's rather today, yes. Supposed to be yesterday, but I understand he had some flight issues, so he's now in town.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Not to say don't listen to the AM show, but Nigeria says $5.2 billion fine on MTN remains. Okay. All right. How to prepare for a U.S. visit visa interview, part 1. For those of you who are thinking about going to America, if you've been bounced before, Charlie, read the details and go and...
Why not a Chadian visa interview? A Kenyan
U.S.
visa?
is a big deal. Roland will take us through City FM online.
All right.
Some of the
I thought
stories
we
there.
just go up. Okay, City FM. We look at Afoko fight suspension in court. We know that Friday it's been announced. You go. Nothing Chiefs endorse Mahama's 2016 presidential bid. Addison Teria filed suit, and this won't just go away because 2 of the aggrieved persons in the Clotic Colley, that very primary that was won by Ninoy for the MPP. They're still in court, and one of the most prominent of them is Addison. What do you know about presidency to question? Criticism goes with the territory, Mr. President. Deal with it. And fire guards, Ghana Highways Authority officers, and incompetent type Mahama's comment irresponsible according to the MPP. And we also have other stories as well. Support police 2016 budget targets over ambitious according to Dr. Godfrey Bokpin. We know he's with the University of Ghana Business School. Okay,
quickly, let's check out the Africa page of the BBC.
Africa
next
page.
Yes, we'll do Africa. SA court rules on swapped babies. That's a very interesting story. We'll break it down for you. We'll share bits of it for you here. It's really interesting. But you can go to the website if you're interested in any of the stories and then read the details. We'll have to make way for sports now. But Roland, I said I had one for you. Let me read.
The good comment.
Akotsieku from David.
Please be editing the comments because some of them are not palatable.
To you or to me or us. I feel your program. My name is David from Akotsiaku Gasau. Thank you very much, David, for doing the watching and feeling the program. This is exclusively for you, Roland. Okay. Roland, half of Mamavi's earring could purchase your suit, so look sharp when, partnering her on the show. Oh, my God.
Let me see.
Okay, no, this is no good for you.
Let me see.
What? You think I added something?
No, I won't. So look sharp when partnering.
Okay, so it's
the person didn't send any. I wanted to apelete at Akuse. Me no get deal.
It's been 5 years since the discovery of oil. We've got an oil gas conversation because there's a summit coming up. We've got details of that and a good conversation here on the AM show. So it's not Baba Tando, it's Benedict Owusu-Dankwa who's got sports here on the AM show for you. Stay with us. Is Ghana winning? Are we drawing again? What would it mean? He's got it all. Stay with us.